Hi boys and girls, welcome to another daily math lesson. Today we're going to start Module 4, Lesson 1, which deals with the efficiency, comparing the efficiency of counting by ones versus making groups of tens. And this helps us with place value, which we've been working on. Today you're going to need a few things before we begin. You will obviously need your whiteboard, your marker, and your eraser. You're also going to need a pencil and then 2 sheets out of that packet that I dropped off to everybody last week. This one says Lesson 1 in the upper corner. You're going to need that one. And this one says Lesson 1 problem set. You're going to need those 2 papers along with a pencil. So if you don't have those, pause the video now and go get those and then come back when you're ready. Okay, great boys and girls. Let's start out with this paper right here. It says along the side, read, draw, write. And I've written those up here because you're going to probably think, what is he talking about? Read, draw, write. You already have been doing that with me in our videos. And let me explain it to you. The read part is where I read you a word problem. I'll continue to do that. With these, after you get off my videos, if you're not sure what this says, you can have mom or dad read it to you. Math is not reading, so we want to make sure that if you're not able to read it, that someone reads it to you. So the read section is to read your word problem. The D, or the draw section, is to draw a picture of it, which you've already been doing. And they give you a nice big box here to draw your math picture. That's also where you can write your addition or subtraction number sentence, draw your picture, if you want to make a number bond, all the things that you've been learning. That's the draw section. The write section, which is at the bottom, is write an answer. So if they ask you in this first problem today, how many marbles does she have in all? You're going to say blank marbles. Put the answer down, marbles. You can be very short with your answer, but we want to know the answer that you came up with. What is it? It's, in this case, marbles. So let's go over the first problem together. Rachel is holding 10 marbles in one hand and 10 marbles in the other hand. How many marbles does she have in all? Well, boys and girls, a couple of things you're going to do here in the draw section. So let's go. I've read that to you. So let's go to the draw section. You're going to draw a picture, but you want to make an addition sentence because it said in all, which means how many marbles does she have all together? So you're going to make an addition sentence. How many marbles did she have in one hand? How many marbles did she have in the other hand? How many marbles does she have in all, which is all together, which is your mystery box. So I'll let you fill those in, draw a picture, and come up with your answer. When you are done in the write section, you need to tell us how many marbles. Now, if you can't spell the word marbles, it's on the paper. So I always tell my friends, if I can barely see that, I think. Let's hold that up so you can see it. So that's what you would do in the write section. Moms and dads, you can absolutely help them when they are writing their answer statements. You can put blank marbles. So, all right. So I want you to solve that, and we will go over your answer to that tomorrow. So now the main lesson for today deals with comparing the efficiency of counting individually versus making groups of 10, which is what we talk about in place value. These are groups of 10. How many do you see here, boys and girls? How many total do you see? So let me find a nice easy way to hold these up so that you can see them all. How many groups of 10 do you see? So how many cubes do we have? Let's count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. So what made that easy for you? They were groups of 10 already, so it was easy for you to count. What if I gave you this? If I gave half the class bags like this and I said count the cubes, go, what would you have to do to count these cubes? Give me some ideas of things you would do to count these cubes. Well, you could put them in groups of 5 and then count all the groups of 5 up. You could just pull them from one, you could put them in one pile on the table and count them all individually going across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in the meantime, I have given your friends this, and I'll say count the cubes. And they're going to go 10, 20, 30, 40. And who's going to get done faster? The people counting the groups of 10 or the people counting all the individual cubes? Well, obviously the people counting the groups of 10. But if I gave you 40 cubes like this, you could, not looking at speed right away, if I didn't give it to you the other way, if I gave you these, you could make a group of 5, and then you could make another group of 5. Hold these up so you can see what I'm doing. Make another group of 5. And when I have 2 groups of 5, that's a 10 frame. Remember, when we do quick tens, I draw them like this, like a line, so I can put them in a line of 10. So now I know I have at least 10 and this whole mess here. Let's keep going. Let's do some red ones this time. So I'm going to grab a bunch of red ones, and I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I have another group of 5. Mrs. Vandorf just pulled in the driveway, so I hear the garage opening. So she's probably going to come in the house. You're going to hear her on video, and she's going to be mad at me. But okay, I'm going to take another, make another group. Oh, so I took 2 groups of 5 red. See? Now I'm going to put them together into a 10 frame or a 10 grouping. So now I have 2 10 groupings. I'm going to keep going here. So I'm going to make another group of 5. And this takes a long time, as you can see, boys and girls. So there's another group of 5. And now I'm going to make another group of 5, because 5 plus 5 equals, from our facts, 10, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I made, there's another group of 5 and 5 that I'm going to put together into a bundle of 10. And now I'm going to do one more and I should be done. Let's get 5 out of these. So we got 1. Here's my bag, by the way. You can see I'm pulling them out of the bag. It's really hard because we're doing it on video, but I apologize for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's a group of 5. And let's do one more group of 5, boys and girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 2 more groups of 5, boys and girls, which will make a group of 10. So I took the bag that had all those loose cubes in it, boys and girls, and I made this. So let's count them now. 10, 20, 30, 40. So isn't it, it seems to be more efficient when you already have them or group them in 10 before you try to figure out what the number is. Now, typically what I would do is give each group a bag full of cubes, ask them to make groups of 10, and then count the leftover, because you could have had, boys and girls, enough cubes to make 3 groups of 10, and, whoops, I broke them all. That's not good. You could have had enough cubes to make 3 bundles of 10, and then you have extra cubes. So when that happens, what do you do? Well, I'm going to show you right now. So let's look at the cubes in the bag that I have left. Let me pull them out, and I'll show you what I have left. Can everybody see what's left in my hand? Go ahead and count what's in my hand. I think I'm holding it at a good enough angle. Okay. So now we go to our 10s and 1s. organizer. How many single ones did you see in my hand, boys and girls? Did you say 5? That's correct. How many bundles of 10 did I have? Count them. Did you say 3? Remember, the T is for tens and the O is for ones in our place value chart. What number did I have in the bag if I had 3 of these and 5 loose ones of these? Well, I had the number 35. So today, boys and girls, what I want you to do is take the lesson 1 worksheet, and there is pictures of grapes and pictures of carrots and pictures of apples and peanuts and grapes and carrots and more apples and peanuts. I want you to make groups of 10, and then I want you to count them up, count by tens, and let's practice counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So what I want you to do is to make as many bundles of 10 that you can, and then count them and put the answer in the answer sheet. Now, a couple things. These grapes here are bundles of 10. So remember that. These carrot groupings are bundles of 10. These boxes are bundles of 10. And these bags are bundles of 10. So you don't have to bag those. If you want to circle them so that you know they're each a bundle of 10, go ahead and do that. So you'll have 8 problems to work on, and tomorrow we'll go over those together, and I'll do another bag activity just to show you some of the answers. I hope you enjoyed this today, boys and girls. Good luck. If you want to do some really cool things, if you have like a bank with pennies in it, or mom or dad has some pennies, take those pennies and stack them up in bundles of 10, and like throw some pennies on the table and then make stacks of bundles of 10. And when you have pennies left that don't make a bundle, those would go in the ones place, and all the bundles or stacks of 10 pennies would go in the tens place. And you can practice that using different pennies. So if I had like 42 pennies in my hand, I would throw them on the table. I would make a stack of 10. I still have more pennies. Make another stack going up of 10. Still have more pennies. Make a third stack of 10. I still have more pennies. Make a fourth stack of 10. I have 2 pennies left over. So then I would say, okay, I have 2 pennies that are not part of a stack of 10. So those are in the ones place. I have 4 stacks of 10. That goes in the tens place. So the total pennies I have is 42. Boys and girls, have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.